Okay, I finally got some parts in. I'm gonna start putting some gaskets on, putting the intake manifold on. Hopefully we crank this thing up at some point today. I won't have an alternator. I still need an alternator bracket, but I can always just throw the battery on charge while it's running. And I get to clean this guy up, put some gaskets on it. Perfect. Gonna lather these guys up with some ultra black. I'm just gonna throw it on the ground, but don't I? Ultra black. I like to lather these cork gaskets up. Kind of let them dry for a little bit, gives them a little bit of tackiness. The whole thing, the whole cork and gasket, I've dealt with cork gaskets in the past. It's been my experience that if you don't cover these things all the way up, that oil will seep through them. So get that thing all nice and lathered up there. Put it where you want it. Go ahead and grab the second one here. That one all nice and lathered up as well. I don't mind getting dirty. That's what they make soap for. We'll go ahead and place that where it goes, right there. Then I'm gonna put a dollop on the corners. Just like that. Pretty much gonna let the manifold do the rest of the work. Go grab some blue glue, I'll be right back. To kind of get them to stay in place, I'm gonna hit the water jackets here with some blue glue, some blue RTV. Those are water jackets on each end there. Just gonna smear it all the way around that water jacket on both sides. I don't use it sparingly. I do want it to seal. I don't want to have to take it back apart again. Will also help hold this manifold gasket in place while I put the manifold on. Go ahead and stick this on this side right here. Slap this guy on over here. And clean my hands off right quick a little bit. Don't want the glue goo getting into the intake port there, so I'm kind of pushed all the way. Just clean my hands too. How bright am I? Give one last check, make sure that these screw holes are all lined up. But you know what? I think I'm gonna give it a little bit more black on the China walls, is what Daniel calls them, so I really don't want any leaks on this thing. Now the phone's ringing. And once again, constantly get these bum phone calls that don't ever say anything. Of course, they hung up. It's so annoying. I got a call from someone or a number this morning, and it sounded like a dude, but all he said was hello. Here's another phone call. Hello, this is Jack. Hello, this is Jack. This is Jack with U-Haul. And then just a random ass wrong number. Gotta love phones these days. Give y'all a little glimpse of this before I slap the intake manifold on. For some reason, there we go. It's all glued up. Put it awful thick on the sides, and then on the water jackets, just try to keep the hilt from the mating surface getting rusted. It's a little sloppy. It don't bother me at all. I'll post it on the Sloppy Mechanics page. But I think it is time for the intake manifold. I'm getting excited. I've been wanting to hear this thing run for 8 months now. I'm gonna give these a quick wipe down. Don't want to slide this around too much. I'm gonna try to line this guy up as it's going down into at least one hole. I'm hoping I got that. They look lined up. There it goes. Well, I got 2 started. Let me go grab a ratchet. I think I may have broke my ratchet yesterday, but I'm gonna hope it works today. Once again, I got my digital torque adapter. It's already set at 20. 20 sounds good to me. I'm even gonna look up the torque specs on this thing. Let's start on first time. 1. That one started. Hey, they're all starting. That's good. Not gonna slow. Now, Daniel said that this was hard, which, I mean, could be. I'm not saying it's not. I'm not disagreeing with Daniel, but it's been a big one for me so far for this intake actually now. Just gonna start them all a little by hand. I'm gonna go back to the torque adapter after all snug by hand. I think I'm gonna have to take this thing to snap on, try to get prepared. There's probably a couple of teeth in there. I've had this ratchet for, I think, 9 to 10 years. I got it when I was going to school in Columbus Tech. They had I guess you would call it a trade show at the school. Snap-on came out there and had tools everywhere, and I was like, you know what, I've always kind of wanted a Snap-on ratchet, so I bought it, and it has been making me money ever since. I have had it repaired once before. I've had a new handle put on it. I think it's time to get it repaired again. It's working, but I'm pretty sure there's a busted tooth in there. This thing is set to 20 foot-pounds from yesterday. 20 foot-pounds sounds good to me. Just gonna go till it beeps. And hopefully I don't break nothing. Oh, well, let's not do that. I'm just gonna tighten them, because that thing wasn't even reading anything there. I'm just gonna tighten them until I feel like they are good enough for me. I might go get an extension. Just to the click of the wrist, that's all it takes. And they are, like, when I tighten down this side, these become loose again. I don't like the way that one just felt. Yeah, no, it's definitely, I think I stripped that one out. But we're gonna send it. I ain't gonna hide it from you. I fucked up. Excuse my language. But 17 out of 18 aren't bad. I don't even know if there's actually, I'm sorry, 11 out of 12 aren't bad. Don't leave my phone down. He's gonna bite you when you go crack him. Keep it in his face. I'll just skip it to another freaking or something. Alright, that's on there. Oh, this guy might be a little loose. I might try tightening down one more time, but I'm pretty sure I stripped that one out. I might plop some RTV in that hole to keep it from vacuum leaking. Now it's time to get the front cover on. I got a whole gasket kit for that as well. Got this nifty gasket kit. LMR is nice. Late model restoration. They got good prices on stuff. This gasket kit came with this whole cover. It looks old now, but it's brand new. This cover alone anywhere else is like 120 bucks, but I believe I got it for 80 bucks with the gasket kit on LMR. Even come with the seal and everything. I'll make sure I got the right gasket and go ahead and glue it up with the blue glue. I'm gonna go grab a new paper towel, so I'm gonna clean this off before I glue it. I really don't want to send dirt down in the oil pan. I think I'm just gonna wipe this out. I think we'll do today. I've got a bunch of seal pullers. I don't think I have actually anything to beat this thing in except for a flat piece of wood. But we're gonna send it. I got this axle nut tool here, and it's looking like it's perfect to beat that thing in. I do kind of want to lube it up a little bit, help it slide in there. Just kind of lube that guy up around right there. Maybe a little bit in that guy too. Get a little bit lubed up in there, and give it a couple love taps. I don't quite want to use a full-blown hammer, so got a tire knocker here. Yeah, I might need the hammer. Should be good. No, it's got a little bit of gap right there. I'm gonna tap it a couple more times. Alright, that guy is flat on there. Oh, now I gotta get this guy out. That's what broke my ratchet yesterday. I don't have a 16 12.5 inch is my issue. But I'm gonna hope that guy comes off of there. I got about 2 more of these Walmart ratchets left that I can beat on. Don't mind breaking. I just hope that bolt comes off of there. Okay, I got really bad luck with cameras apparently. I guess that's what I get for buying a used GoPro. One of the batteries just don't seem to last that long. I'm trying out the second battery now. But I did get this timing cover on there. I do like when you get that bead out of there. That means you got that oil pan nice and tight. I kind of like to smear it just to, I don't know, to me it ensures a good seal. Of course I did that side before I got the camera back out. You know, I just like to goop all that stuff up. Because to me, if it's covered, it's not gonna leak. And I got that good seal all the way around. You can smear that guy down there before it gets too dry. That blue stuff dries really fast, so I'm just gonna leave it there. But I got the squish all the way around. I like the squish. Some people might say it's too much, but to me, I know it's not gonna leak now. I do have a crank pulley. Need to set this thing at top dead center as well. So we put the distributor in there. Got the squish on the manifold gasket. By no means say that I'm the neatest person. This could be sloppy as hell, but I bet you it's gonna run good. I hope it's gonna run good at least. But I know one thing, it's not gonna leak any oil. I did reseal the oil pan before I put the motor in. I actually welded the motor in, and then I pulled it out just to see how hard it was to get out. And to get it out, you actually have to take the mounts here off the block, or else it won't go back in. But if you line it up between them perches I welded in, and you bolt them mounts on, it goes right back on in there. I gotta go grab that pulley or the balancer. I did get a pulley. I still need a alternator bracket, but that shouldn't be that big a deal. I do want to put this water pump on as well, and I gotta wire it to the button box. So I'm gonna go grab that pulley right quick. Actually, kind of want to bump it with a key right quick to get to top dead center, because this thing is hard to turn by hand. You can turn it by hand, but I don't have the 16 point or 12 point and a half inch, and I have destroyed a lot of stuff trying to turn this by hand. Okay, so no keyway is up. This top dead center on the bottom end. I'm assuming since both of these guys are in the closed position that we're on top dead center, and if I'm not, I'll just turn that distributor 180 out. But I'm pretty confident in being top dead center. Time to go get that pulley. This is the original balancer that came off this motor. I lubed the snout, lubed the pulley. This is an ARP bolt. It came with ARP lube, so of course I put it under the head of the bolt, put some on the threads. Let's see if we can pull that guy on there. Got the little boy doing it. Oh no, I have to get an extension. Everything's so slippery. Yeah, I'll put this camera down. Wipe some grease off of it first. Okie dokie, I do want to prime it one good time before I actually start cranking on it. So I'm gonna go ahead and stick the spark plugs in. I got new spark plugs. Then I'll prime it. I do have different valve covers. I left them in Daniel's car last night, so I might have to go get those later. But I kind of want to crank it up the first time without them, so I can keep an eye on everything. But let's go get them spark plugs. I know that I should probably gap them, but I don't see any drop damage. They're easy enough to get out that if I do have some kind of misfire, I can pull them out and check the gaps. But for now, I'm just gonna slap these bad boys in there. Always buy NGK. This is a Japanese car. You can only put NGKs in a Nissan. I don't care if that is a Ford motor. Spark plugs are in. I got bored. I went ahead and threw on the throttle body. About to figure out what I'm gonna do with this. I know I want this to come out the other side. It's got a little plug there. Shouldn't be too hard to get out because the radiator hose, in fact, comes on this side. Man, it's looking good. I got more and more hope that this thing's gonna run today. I don't know how you guys just learned it growing up, but I was always taught that on these Chevy and Ford motors, you're supposed to cover the bolts in blue RTV to help keep from corrosion. So that's done. Put this camera back down and get it slapped on there. Okay, so I already don't like this water pump. How the hell does that make sense at all? Like, you can't even get an Allen wrench in there for real. And this is like, torque bit's the only thing I got that'll actually fit these things. Because none of my metric will work. I should have known better, but I thought taking the bolts out on this side would help, but shit, I'm just this screwed. I did find a 5.5 that did the trick. I did have to repair that hole, and I knew that bolt wasn't gonna go all the way in, but I got it really tight with the washer back there, and it's got squish. I like the squish. The squish is good. I got the squish on this side too. Now that shouldn't be too hard to wire. I could just wire it to the button box. Easy as pie. I kind of want to slap this radiator in here. I do need to find some bolts for that guy. And then, where's that little snout? I need to put that snout in there, make sure it fits right. It's close, but I think it'll do. I really wanted to be on the other side, but I could find a bolt to go into there, but I couldn't get anything to grab the bolt hard enough to twist it out. So that's another project for a welder. I need to purchase my own welder one day soon, but I'm poor. Can't afford to. I probably should thread tape that as well, but I just want to crank it up and run it for 20 minutes to try to break in that cam just to see if it'll run, and I can do touch-ups on all this later. The important part is, like, as long as this ain't leaking, that's already good and dry on there. I do need to find a bolt for there. It shouldn't be too hard. I know it's inside. I just put it somewhere safe hid it from myself, so well, that's life. I'm sure there's enough goop on there and enough bolts in there that one ain't gonna hurt, but I'm definitely gonna put 8 bolts in there as soon as I find it. And I will thread tape this eventually. Probably not ever gonna take that off again unless I have to. And this thing is almost looking like a motor. Like I said, I still have to get an alternator bracket. It goes around right here, it bolts up to the water pump. We'll probably end up having to take it off to do that, but I'm hoping not. Man, I'm getting so close. I'm about ready to prime this motor up and crank it up, put a distributor in it. I guess I need to find bolts for that. What else I need to do? I need to put the spark plug wires in. Need to do the radiator. I got some radiator hose over there to extend this. I'm probably gonna make this one longer so this is more up in the air. This is just a priming tool that I made out of the distributor that's in there. I took the original cam gear off of that, so it's just sitting in there. It just spins the whole pump. I did get oiled all rocker arms yesterday, but I want to do it again right before I crank it up. Just to be safe, I am running Driven break-in oil. I did put Driven assembly lube on the camshaft. All those are adjusted right. Man, this thing is getting close, yo. I can't wait. I'm gonna put this camera down and get some more work done. I've been fighting this little plug right here for about 2.5 hours. I'm just gonna have to break down and go get a Allen key. I've stacked bolts on nuts on bolts. I even stacked some nuts on bolts, and I hammered the threads until it squashed all the threads and it just broke the bolt. So yeah, I'm at a dead end until there, but It's really close. I really need to clean up my mess here too. I could wire up the water pump here. Go ahead and get that knocked out. That's almost perfect for there. Let me come over here. Put this guy in. Now where's my other radiator hose? It's almost a perfect shot. If that's where to come out there, see that's just the plug for that side, but if that were to come out on that side there, it'd be like, it'd be perfect. So I gotta see how much they are. I'm kind of poor at the moment. I need to clean up some too. I got a hot mess out here. I really want to run this thing, but I can't run it with no water. So just my luck. Shouldn't be too big of a standstill. Give me a perfect opportunity to get cleaned up, clean up out here. I think it's come together well though. That's been the only standstill yet today, other than leaving the valve covers in Daniel's car. Pretty excited. I guess I need to get inside, clean up, and make a video. Appreciate you checking out my build, checking out all my updates. Like, subscribe, comment, and I'll probably be back with a video of this thing running real soon.